This is episode 94 of the Rise Up podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast is a weekly conversation that will help you think and grow in your faith. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode, and find out more about our show at familylife.org.
Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. It's Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
Saturday morning, it's when you get a brand new episode of the Rise Up podcast. Some people like a slow start. Other people get going on that to-do list. What's your favorite Saturday morning?
They're not like they used to be.
Oh, when we were kids.
When we were kids, we
Captain
got up
Crunch and Josie and the Pussycats.
That's right.
I don't know about that, but we still have Captain Crunch. I mean,
Long
if you want
tails
it.
and ears for hats. Come on, Yabba Dabba Doo, the Flintstones, the Jetsons. Like, remember, they don't do cartoons anymore on Saturday mornings.
No, I mean, because cartoons, it's just anytime YouTube or whatever. Like, it's there's not the
what's even
special-
on Saturday mornings? I don't even know.
Do kids
Depends
watch
what
TV?
time of year, college football season. There's
There you go.
but it really, that question is so interesting because in our phases of our lives, it's totally different. We've already touched on what it was when we were kids, when we were little kids, that I think, and I'm not, there's going to be exceptions with all this. And then as you grow a little older, you're in your teen years, and sometimes there's not such thing as Saturday morning. You sleep till noon, right?
Wow.
It's Saturday
Your mom
afternoon.
let you sleep till noon?
I don't know if I don't know.
In your dreams.
But
Literally.
I'm just thinking about our kids when they slept later when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
when they were till like maybe
but
10
noon
or
would
11
be allowed,
o'clock.
but like 10 or 11, sure.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, 10 or 11. Then you're an adult and you have this free time. So I'll just fast forward to currently, after kids out of the house. Now it's Saturday morning, and I am such a creature of habit that my Saturday mornings look very similar to my Monday through Friday mornings, except I don't always take a shower early Saturday morning, and then I don't get in my car and come to work. But I get up about the same time.
Right.
I get my coffee.
Okay.
And I sit, and then I do watch.
Do you eat a banana at 7:30 like you do at work?
Yeah, the 7:30 yogurt and banana, does that happen?
It may not be the exact time around Ron Hutchcraft, but
You call Ron and do it in person.
But about that, I try to. I do such the same on a Saturday morning. So my Saturday mornings aren't a lot different. It's just that I don't come in to work and be here, So it's not a lot. And I love, and this is so different because I've talked about this with so many people. So many people are not good at doing nothing.
Right.
They have to be doing something.
I'm married to one of those.
They have to be doing something.
Yeah.
But if you go to the polar opposite, and I'm not saying I'm right. I mean, I probably should be doing more things.
Are you good at doing nothing?
I'm great at doing nothing. I can, and I would drive probably most of the people crazy in the world, knowing that it's like, wait a minute, you've been sitting on that chair for how many hours now? It's like, aren't you? I'll do something. Sometimes I don't do nothing, but I don't mind doing nothing.
Right.
I'm very comfortable.
I think
I'm
that's
very
okay,
comfortable.
Steve.
Yeah, I'm comfortable doing nothing.
Because you're obviously not a lazy person. I mean, you're up and at things. You work out and stuff. Things I'm probably have that habit. That's okay to do nothing, I think. At times like that, that's what, Saturday morning. If you had something to do, you would do it. If you had something to do, you would do it.
It works for me, and I just know how my body reacts to different things, and I found out that that's what happens.
So this is funny. I struggle to get up Monday through Friday for the morning show. And I know this is not a secret to you guys because you've seen some of the rough shape that I show up in.
Oh.
Okay, you're ooh, somebody had trouble waking up this morning. Saturday morning never fails. It's 4:15.
Are you serious?
I'm are you kidding me? I literally have no reason to be up right now. And I'll even proclaim to my family the night before, I'm sleeping in the morning.
And they're like, yeah,
and then
right.
I'm wide awake. But here's what I love about that time. I didn't realize how much of an introvert I am. And I know when you talk for a living and you meet people and people go, oh, you're friendly, they think you're an extrovert. But if I don't have mental quiet, I become very overwhelmed. And so that time is really important to me. And I guess I'm kind of like you, Steve. I don't wake up with an agenda when I wake up really early on a Saturday morning. I'm a putterer. So things will get done, but it's not I got to get these 50 things done right now. My husband is purposeful from the moment his eyes open, even maybe before. And so if he wakes up very early on a Saturday, and now I haven't had my full range of like complete quiet, it has a tendency to like jolt me, because he'll be like, okay, we gotta this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'll have to remind him like, okay, you can't like mow the lawn at 6:45.
Right.
That's just not a good neighbor thing, And so sometimes we'll like go to breakfast if it's really early, or if we've got like there's a meat market we like to go to that's like an hour from our house, so it's like, okay, we can make that drive and get there like right when they open. So I try to do something like that, but then I've also tried to be purposeful in my Saturdays. And this is kind of a biblical thing, to prepare for my Sunday. Because in Jewish tradition, you would spend the day before the Sabbath like preparing the food and getting things ready. Because what I don't want to do is come home on Sunday and start banging out a to-do list for Monday, because I want to honor God and I want to rest. And so I've tried to be, even if it's puttering, like a little more busy on Saturdays, because I feel like it gives me permission to not be busy on Sundays, so that when I go, hey gang, I'm going to go lay down at 1:00 on a Sunday afternoon, and if I sleep for 2 hours, it's okay, because I've already done like check off of the to-do list. So, but I do get that early Saturday morning vibe, not by choice, which is so weird,
Yeah, I like the quiet Saturday morning as well. I like that quiet time for a little bit by yourself.
Yeah.
It's got to be quiet. That's what I love about Saturdays. It's the one day that I feel like I get to have a full morning kind of to myself. I mean, you know how that is, because we wake up pretty early to be on the radio. But I spend time with my family in different stages on Saturday, which is really fun. Because Mom gets to sleep in. Trinity can sleep in.
What
because
a good gift.
It's the one day she doesn't have to get up with our little girl. But before little girl gets up, it's just me. Or rather, I should say, it's just me and Shasta.
The dog.
Our doggy, the Australian Shepherd. So, a lot of times, if it's in the summer, I love this. In the summer, I love to get up, go out in the backyard, and spend time in my Bible. And Shasta likes to hop up on the picnic table where I read. And, I mean, come on. What is better than that? You're reading the Bible with a dog in God's creation. And then as the morning goes on a little bit more, then our little girl gets up before Mommy, and this is really special because this is the only morning, other than Sunday, but we're getting ready for church, only morning I get with her throughout the week.
Right.
So she and I, again, a summer thing, we'll go outside, we'll look around at trees and things, and we'll go to the garden. I love to let her get to say hello to her pumpkins when they're growing. Let's go check on your guys. Go say hi to your pumpkin. So she loves to do that and see them go bigger and bigger throughout the year. But eat cherry tomatoes off the vine, just spend time in creation. Now that we're in the chilly months, we still get up for earlier, but it's a little trickier because we want to have fun playing with her blocks and stuff. Mom's probably going to wake up
sleeping.
at that. Yeah, that rate. That's kind of but then family breakfast. That's the other thing that I love to do clockwork almost every single Saturday is I do breakfast for them.
You make the breakfast?
Yes,
what do you make?
It's so simple. It's the simplest. It's usually just eggs and bacon. Sometimes, though, we'll do pancakes as well.
Okay.
And I say...
Do you cook the bacon in a pan or do you cook it in the oven?
I do it in the pan.
I'm telling you, the oven method is a game changer.
I've done the oven method a couple
everything.
times. I don't do it seasonally because it'll warm up the house. But now I can start doing it.
Now you can start.
Can we do a whole podcast on bacon?
We really could. We really could. But it just starts the whole day for the family. I can't tell you how many times Trinity or I have said to each other, I just love our Saturday mornings together because it starts a restful day in a really restful way. And maybe there are errands to get done. Maybe there are things that have to happen, but all that gets to wait because there gets to be rest and there gets to be togetherness. And I mean, it's in the Bible from the very, very beginning. God created us for rhythms and for rest to be the reset of that rhythm. And I just love to say, take it where we can get it. For us, it happens to be Saturday morning, and it's really beautiful.
Hearing you speak just reminds me there's similarities, even though there's obvious difference in age between your little girl and my wife, because when they both wake up, they both say, "Hi, pumpkin."
Is that what she calls you? That's sweet.
No, but it seemed like a good thing.
But now she will.
We'll suggest it.
Hey,
you think this Saturday when you get up?
I'll suggest it. See how that goes.
Facing a whole new day is a lot easier when you remember that God is in charge. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
I was a little bit disappointed, and it's no reflection of the polling place volunteers.
Oh.
The sticker I was given after I cast my ballot was considerably smaller with a much weaker adhesive than in the past. Now, I thought maybe this is because it's not midterms, it's not a presidential election, it's just a smaller election. Maybe they're expecting a smaller turnout and people won't be upset. But you better get those stickers back up to the standard by the next presidential election. And then on top of that, one of my girls went to go vote later in the day, and they were out of the itty-bitty unsticky stickers.
What would you prefer? Like something that would last longer. What would you prefer to get after doing your civic duty besides a sticker? Something that
You know what
you'd
I would
have?
be happy with?
What's that?
The person that helps you put your ballot into the machine, if they just said, good job, and gave me a high five.
Ooh, that's good.
I would be
That's good.
psyched. I'd be like, way to go.
And a kind word goes a long way.
Yeah,
that would last
see,
with you.
I'm
You'd
a
still
words
have
of
that.
affirmation person, so I would love the high five.
I'd prefer a lollipop. I used to get one of those when I was a kid. Got my hair cut, got a lollipop. I didn't do much. I just
Yeah.
sat there, but I got a lollipop. And if I didn't want it then, I could use, like, if you got a
Could save
lollipop
it.
yesterday, you probably still have it, maybe, and you could still have
Right.
it today.
Jen in Elmira said, I like to keep it real here. After I vote, I want a cheeseburger and a balloon animal.
Oh, that's perfect.
That works
Yeah.
for me. Jenny in Central PA said a donut.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
do not forget to vote.
Hey, this is Jude. I live in Norwich. I think a chocolate-covered stick pretzel, whatever they're called. You know, those big...
Like a pretzel rod, a chocolate
Yes,
dipped pretzel.
yes. Chocolate covered with red, white, and blue sprinkles.
Oh, see, because you wanted to be patriotic.
I love your
like
style.
that.
I love it.
I like it. But see, people would know that you voted. You know,
Oh,
you wouldn't
yes,
have the
they
sticker.
would. I'd have a smile on my face.
You'd have a little bit of chocolate stuck right in the corner of your mouth right there.
And pretzel crumbs on your blouse.
We're giving out smiles that you can wear all day. This is Rise Up on Family
I
Life.
saw this list of like, hey, you don't use this anymore. And they gave this list, a long list. I'm like, well, no, I'm talking about this thing. You may have heard of it called cash.
Oh, yeah, like we hardly ever have it anymore.
Yeah, and the only place, like they were mentioning things like, oh, you have to use it for tips. No, you don't. You don't have to use cash for tips. You can use
Right,
it.
because if you pay with a card,
Right,
you just
right.
add it on.
Event parking, they mentioned that. And it's like, well, no, I've been to places where you can use a credit card. Matter of fact, sometimes you can only use a credit card on,
Right.
on like event parking. Farmers markets was close because it's like, well, yeah, but still, the way farmers markets are now, there's plenty of people that have.
I know, but if
the
it's like a
cards.
roadside thing and it's like
Right.
a zucchini for 50 cents, you better
Well,
have those 2 quarters.
That's true. There is one thing, but the only place that I could think of for cash would be, and maybe there's an exception, I've just never been to one, a garage sale. Garage sale is almost all cash. I guess there would be
Yeah.
some people that accept other kind of
Like
payments.
more and more, you could probably like sell
Yeah.
somebody or something. But
So
I
I
would
can't-
agree that it's hard. It's easier to talk someone down if you have cash. Like if something's marked at $15 and you pull
right.
out a 10 and you say, "Would you take 10?"
Right.
You can't really be like, "Well, will you take 10 and I'll Zelle you?" They'll say, "No, Zelle me 15." You know. So,
Anyway,
yeah.
that's why I've been racking my brain. I can't think of any place. Where's a place where you can only use cash? And the closest I could come up with is those garage sales or yard sales.
Hi, I'm Annette. I'm calling from New Rails, Pennsylvania. Cash only, I would think, how about a fountain? You're not going to put your credit card in the Trevi fountain.
That's right. You can't make a wish on a credit card.
Yeah, you definitely need cash for that.
Tom Carlson, Panama, New York.
Cash only where?
When you wear black and your first name is Johnny.
Cash only.
I love the way you think.
Molly in Rochester, New York.
Cash only?
Lemonade stand.
Oh, that's true.
Perfect. Love
If
that
you
one.
want-
Kids are
buy-
pulling out credit cards.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. This summer, some kids in my neighborhood were selling some lemonade, and they had used, they had reused some water bottles. And I was like, how about I just give you the money and you can keep the lemonade?
Oh,
I was thinking that
excellent.
probably wasn't food safe, you know?
Probably not, but good on them for recycling.
Yes, that's true. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sharing the message of hope. It's Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
What is your work personality? Apparently, they're putting labels on the workers. Okay,
Oh,
are
boy.
you a, because apparently it falls into one of 5 categories. Which one do you fall into? The detective? You're on top of everything for everybody. Are you a road?
That's not me. I'm not even on top of my stuff.
Are you a road warrior? You usually work remotely or different locations. That's one. Are you a networker? You're very social around the office. Are you a problem solver, efficient and saving time? Or are you an expressionist, joyful, but you're using memes and emojis all the
Do
time?
we need to pick one? I mean, we're complex people here,
We
right?
are. And I just looked on here. I don't fit into. There's another one that I'm in that they didn't even come up with.
Oh, are these the chaos makers?
No, this is the knock knock guy. It's the knock knock guy around the office. Ready? Knock knock.
Who's there?
Well, apparently not the detective, road warrior, networker, problem solver, or expressionist.
Come on, you don't need any more beauty sleep. You look great. Thanks for listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
We're converting one of our bedrooms into a guest room. But, I'm kind of frugal. And so it's been a, mishmash of, got a bed, got a dresser, got a desk, and I need a nightstand. But now that I have all those other pieces, I have to be really picky about the nightstand because it's got to kind of, be connected to those other things. And I also don't want to spend a lot of money. So every day I go online to see if there's a new nightstand that's been listed in my area,
Gotcha.
And now the real nightstand nightmare has begun because every time I go online in my news feed and my reels and my pop-ups, ads for nightstands. And I feel like they'll never go away. I could get a nightstand today and those ads will continue for the next 9 months.
Probably
I'm
true.
in a scary movie. What am I going to call it?
Carol from Du Bois, Mystery of the Nightstand.
How long is this movie? How long till we solve the mystery?
Terese, you're in a conundrum.
It's going to work out. I'm trusting that God's got a plan.
Love listening to you guys in the morning on my way to work. I'm a nurse and I'm traveling, and it sure does make the day go better.
Well, thank you for doing the work that you do. What a heart of compassion you must have.
Thank you.
Tyler, I'm from Rome, PA.
All right, help us with a title for my nightstand movie.
The Nightstand Before Christmas. Fred from Angola. Yeah, the movie you're stuck in nightstand nightmares.
That's true. That feels about right.
Exactly.
Nick, and I live in Oil City, PA. Well, you said that you had all your other stuff already,
Right.
so you would be the last night standing. Hey, you folks have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Take care, friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, hello and good morning. Thanks for starting out your day with Steve, Terese, and Tim. This is Rise Up on Family Life.